Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Breath of Gold Festival. I'm your host, Adrienne Rivera, and today I'm here with Shantana Talise, who is a spiritual teacher. Welcome.
Hi, thank you. I'm so excited to be here.
Yes, I'm so excited for this, and we've got something really fun today. We've got an experiential healing breathwork coming. But first, with the interview, I'd love for you to start by sharing how you got into doing the spiritual work that you're doing now.
It's a long story. To keep it short, I grew up a psychic child. Like I was just, I don't ever remember a time where I wasn't. When I was a kid, didn't know what it was. And it actually wasn't until I had my own daughter where I met a psychic healer and she was like, your daughter has all your same gifts. And that was a very scary thought for me. I actually cried because I was so psychic, like things would move, ghosts were always coming in. I was waking up next to them. Like it was kind of, yeah, I had a sketchy childhood. But I didn't get the angels where I listened to some people and they were like, oh yeah, I got all my angels here. I was like, I got dead people. I was like, oh my God. So my daughter, um, she's actually showing signs of it now, but I was like, I have to actually make it so she can understand because my parents were very off and on about it. Oh, it's okay to see that stuff. Oh, it's not okay. It's okay. It was
Did
just,
they see that stuff?
yeah, a little bit, yeah.
Okay, so they knew. They weren't like, my daughter is crazy.
No, I actually went into my dad told me I went into my first because I'm a channel. And so I go into like trance channel and all that kind of stuff. And my dad said I blacked out the first time when I was 2 years old and went into he didn't know what happened. They had to bring like what is it, use the name of Christ to come in and help bring me back because something took
Wow.
over.
I'm
Yeah.
getting so many chills as you're sharing this story right now. Like, whoa.
I didn't get the easy side of things. My students and I actually always laugh about it because like they show up and I'm like, yeah, I never get the easy stuff. But
Wow.
I just chose to figure it out. Like I started my healing. I started actually with Reiki and getting more into it. My grandpa was a body balancer, so it was just like I had a bit of foundation. I just had to go explore it. And then my guides actually took me to someone that knew what channeling was, and that's how I discovered what it is that I'm doing. And it kind of just flourished from there. Like my guides are always hanging out with me, helping me. I have my business meetings. Like we just kind of flow.
That's amazing. I love that. It sounds like you've had this gift forever and you're really using it, to your abilities to have access all the time. And now you're
Mhm.
teaching others how to use their gifts too, which is incredible.
It's fun.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. So, where do people start when they're wanting to open their gifts? Let's say they weren't born a psychic child like you and they didn't have the openness to connect to more than just what we know in this physical realm. How can people open up to that? And does everyone have that, do you believe?
Everybody's psychic. Like everybody has the capability, but like there's so much conditioning and like in our world today, like there's all the things that's like shut off. It's not cool. Shut off. You can't, disconnect. And being in the grind, all the things. And so now the first thing I teach everybody, I don't care if you have started from you have a foundation or you have no foundation, I always like to go back to the beginning of, okay, let's connect with you. Everything starts with you. Your body is your first line of communication. And that's actually where the breath work comes in, is because when you can actually stop, be with yourself, and just breathe, it actually helps open up your channel, opens you up. And we do a lot of activations and upgrades. But when you can actually be with yourself, your body's always communicating with you. It's telling you, like, hey, this doesn't feel good, or this food is causing me harm, or you can use muscle testing. I like to use the pendulum, or there's dowsing rods, like to actually just communicate with your body. But it's all about bringing yourself back, and then it's going into the next step. Okay, so we start with our body, then we can go into our higher self and connect with our team and learn those little shifts in the energy that come. And then it's the foundation just lays itself.
Mm. So powerful. Yeah. I love this. Like something as simple as how does my body feel or am I hungry right now? Like this
Yeah.
communication that we have can be a form of psychic abilities or just really intuitive abilities tuning in with ourselves. So what role does breath play in the work that you do? You know, I know in a lot of religions, the word for spirit also means breath. And for your work, I'm curious to what extent breath amplifies the work that you do.
Well, I use the sacred elemental breaths. That's where I kind of got my foundation from. I learned from a mentor quite a few years ago, emotional alchemy, and it was using the sacred water breath. And that's just like, again, connecting with yourself because what are your emotions? Well, like it's all about bringing that in. And so there's all those different types of breaths. And the one that I really enjoy is the spirit breath because it's helping you connect with yourself, but then you're also connecting with spirit. So I've incorporated it into my channeling practice where you can actually just sit, count, and follow that breath. And now you're actually allowing yourself space to connect, but because it is a sacred breath, you're creating this entire space, not just in your energy field, but around you. And you're opening a pathway for your guides to come in and help support you in the process and be more open to actually receiving what they have to offer you. And it does come through with like different psychic abilities, obviously, like because we all have different ones. But it's still when the breath work, it just calms things enough, especially if you're like an overthinker, you can relax and just allow it to flow.
Mm, yes. Breath is so important. And with spiritual connection, you know, a lot of times you're right in saying like people just disconnect. It's easy to get busy. It's easy to just open your laptop, forget about connection. What role does spiritual connection play in our human world? Like why should we be spiritually connected? Why shouldn't we just disconnect and numb out, in your opinion?
Uh, Honestly, I find when I start to numb out, it's like my head hurts, more illness tends to actually come because you're not in that connection, you're not flowing, you're everything around you, in you, everything is energy. And so when you're allowing yourself to actually be in that space and breathe and actually breathe in prana, which is life force energy, you are connecting. But I honestly, it's just like, when people are always like, I'm chronically ill, I have this, I got this going on, or I have constant migraines. Like, there's always excuses. But when we connect spiritually, and I'm not just talking about illness, but even like if you think about love, if you think about money, if every aspect of life, when you're not actually connecting with you and connecting with spirit, you're disconnecting, but you're closing off that flow of everything that can come in because again, everything is energy. So you're just putting up blocks and going into the grind and well, why is my life not getting better? Why does everything look like this? And I just want this, and I've been manifesting, but nothing's happening. And it's because you're not actually holding any space. And to hold space, we have to connect. We have to breathe. We got to allow that space to expand.
I love your perspective on this so much. And for the people that come to you, what are they feeling? Like, who do you tend to attract as people that want to work with you? And what is their like? What changes in their life afterwards as a result?
I just got done with my class. Like we just had our last call yesterday and it was really actually sad. We're all kind of crying. And looking at them, like taking them as an example, I had a whole bunch of students that came in and they were just like, I don't think I can channel. I don't think that I can actually have a business. I laughed because there were so many of them that were like, I don't even want a business. I just want to learn how to connect. And now looking at the transformation of them, they're like, I'm ready for a business. I'm channeling through my offer. Like they're thriving. They're so different from when they first came in to now. And I remember like just giggling because the confidence they had before, it was just like, I don't think I'm gonna be able to do this. I could probably do this kind of channeling because like I do light language, automatic writing, trance channeling, indirect channeling, mediumship, and like channeling the Akashic records. So like we have like an array. And I just laugh because it's like you get one that's like really strong in one point or another, and then all of a sudden they're like, oh no, they flourish. And I don't know, I'm just really proud because I just get to see them thrive, but they've really transformed. And so The type that I get is honestly people that are looking at thinking that they're not psychic, not spiritual, or not good enough to actually do what I do. And that was a really big thing that got brought up a lot was, oh, I couldn't channel the way that you do. And oh, I was like, mm-mm. Everyone's
Yeah.
cool.
I love that. And I think too, having a mentor where there's belief, right? You believing
Yeah.
in your clients gives them the ability to believe in themselves too, and to practice that and to get out of their own way and release those stories. So I know you have something fun and experiential for us today, and I'm excited to experience it too. I'd love for you to, kind of share with us how we can prepare to receive it and guide us into a mini healing with you.
Perfect. Okay, so I'm going to share with you the sacred spirit breath, and it is one of my favorites. I actually did a little PDF for my free gift so that you because it's sometimes when you just like listen, you forget, but now it's written, so it's harder to forget. So we're just going to kind of work with that breath, but I'm actually going to bring in everybody that is watching this. Doesn't matter if it like when it is, it's like you're all here with us right now. And we're going to bring in that guide that's going to help you go into that next chapter. And we're just going to do a healing blocks that kind of come in. I do a lot of light language, so you get to actually just receive. And the only part that you really got to do much with is let's do the breath.
Beautiful. And for anyone here listening who may be more familiar with breath work and they're like, light language, what's that? Can you share a little bit about what that is for people who are not familiar? And, if they're hearing it and they're like, what is this? Or what's the purpose? Would love for you to share that.
The light language is one of my favorite types of channeling because it's a frequency. It's a language of light. So it's a more potent type of healing because it gets into layers. Like you could listen to it 10 times in a row and get completely different healings because it's going to go layer after layer, and 10 different people could be in the room all watching and get a very different healing based off the same thing. So we're going to focus on getting to meet that spirit guide and removing any blocks that are in the way of helping you get to that next place. And so if you have different blocks, because it's a frequency, it's just going to go through and heal what you specifically need.
Beautiful. Amazing. We're ready for it. Should we be seated or lie down?
Either works, wherever you want to, like however's comfortable to breathe, because you could do a little bit of breathing.
Yes. Okay, great.
All right, I have like my little note card, my breaths. Okay, so the breath is 8 in through the mouth, or sorry, in through the nose and 8 out through the mouth, no pause. So it's a consistent breath. And you just count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And you just keep it going. So it's a very simple breath, and I will start with you, and then I'll call in your guides. You can just close your eyes, get comfortable. Hey, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Just keep that breath going, just allowing your nervous system to relax and feeling that connection. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 out through the mouth. Good. Good. Just keep breathing. I'm going to call in your guides. Set a space. I call upon everyone here that's watching this. Spiritual guides, spiritual ancestors, or spiritual teachers, or spiritual teams, or angels, and ourselves. Unconditionally, so the divine plan, please be with us now to assist us in removing any blocks. That may be in place and stopping them from getting to their next level. So, whatever it is, I'd like you to come in and please assist. Thank you. It is done. It is done. It is done. Just feeling your guides coming in, standing beside you or behind you, Just kind of notice that subtle shift in the energy. And it's okay if you can't feel anything because they are there. They are standing there with you, supporting you. Okay. Yeah, they're just telling me we got some heart blocks that we're going to work on. So if you want to just slow your breathing and relax and just be in a space of receiving, we're going to just clear these heart blocks that are coming up. There's a big resistance and feeling like you can't actually have it or it's not gonna be as amazing as you think. Antorira santere curatiatore shinkandariro arkia santerere. Aquí lele otoroku. Aquí an santerere ko eshure andarakatatata. Arakatera, ayakandero siantore. Aladore, ayakia shantira. There we go. Katoya sentele la totera siete. Andorra santoy shikiatore. Yakate. And when I yawn, it's just because I'm releasing the energy. I've had questions on that. Yasentele la gora de to. Ayakiatira yentira sentore. Harakato harakateashu. Alero corazon tira canderole. Ayatiru kuyashikoti. Alle tiara kate. Ay, que tiara siento oreasho que te andara koto. Mm. Yeah, there's just some unplugging to old belief systems. Yes, they're actually calling for a shift. It's like we're unplugging from the previous version of you because it's just like, okay, you're here, but and it's been good and we have gratitude for it, but it's not in alignment. So we want to just unplug so that you can actually feel safe in shifting into the new because we need that safety there. We're just going to download that into your nervous system. Alerotiantarakiase, ayashunkiantarakialalartora, ayasianterekiatorasa, arakuyashiankanterera. Ayakate, ayakiatora sianterera. Alarondia shukoteta. Ay, kia santere shuko. Alarondorokora. Kiatora, ay, kiatora. Akiatora. They're actually telling me as we shift you into this new space, into this new version of you, that the connection with them will actually be a lot stronger. So then you can actually move forward with ease. And your other guides will be able to come in and actually communicate with you. And they're telling me to remind you because they boss me around that your guides are always there. You just have to ask because if you don't ask, they're not like the higher self where you have that always connection. You have to actually ask because your guides have to follow specific universal laws, which means they need your permission to actually help you. So when you need something, you have a guide for every area of your life. You just have to ask and ask them to come in and support you in whatever's for your highest good, and they will. And yes, I agree. Oh, I am Gondira, I ashonkora siete alala corro. Ay, aquí asiento y acatera la tira. Just breathing again, allowing that energy to flow through you. Yasanterero, ayakantea santere shukatira. We're just going to clear away this old version anything that's no longer in alignment, anything that's not for your highest good, just those lower vibrational parts of you. They're just telling me we're going to cleanse that away. Ayakuya sientere, rokuya shiantada katora, akiatera, 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 eldoroko tiandara katoya se. Aya shiantere, rokuya satara. Rokuya kura, akiase. Oyo shukote la 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 kura tiandarakia sandarakia shukote takata kurukata andarakia toto. Ay sientere ardore arakatia shikia tenderero. Haraki 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 haraki. Go. Hakia sondere ayakatia sentoroko. Ayaki 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 atakotiato. Ay sientore kia shukotiandara. Safe for you to release. It's safe for you to step forward. I know the unknown is scary. Just feeling that support of your spirit guide. Aya sontiara, aya kuya shiankantere. Arako, arako. Aya sotiantora kiashiko tiandara. Just clearing out your aura, creating more space. And you can expand this by continuing to breathe. 8 in through the nose and 8 out through the mouth. Just breathing into your aura, allowing that spirit connection to happen. Aya sentirore, aya canterasa, la lo corrotiantarasho, aya kia senterero coratiantarako. Alearakate, 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 ashukotianteraso, aya canterosi antarakiasho, ariarako, ariasorerako orienta. Okay, I'm just going to call in everyone's higher selves. It's like I'm watching your guides just bring you forward, and they're like, okay, let go of the old now, where it's ready to step into the new. Antero kotara. Aya sentire kuratieto, aya shikotiandarakate. Dioto. Okay. All right. I'm just going to take you through a little process to embody the highest version of you. So, in this state, we're going to call in your higher self. And I want you to think about what is that next place that you have been wanting to be at, but have not been able to reach. Where are you at? And so that's what I want you to think about. Just think about what it would feel like being there. And that is the higher self that's going to come in, that has experienced that already, that has already been through it. And so you're going to embody that higher self and become them. So just think about that now. Get that clear in your mind. Visualize it. What is that next phase in your life? What does that look like? Does it look like having healthy love? Does it look like having more money, being financially stable? Does it look like having amazing health? Just see that in your mind. And as you are visualizing, I'm just going to remove any restriction, any blocks. As your higher self stands there ready for you. Undore kadero sentira, aya shukatiran santara katora tieto, aya kiatora siatera, lerotia kandereshi, aya kate, aya suntero lelanteto koteatora, aya shunkoya sentire, aya kotiera se, Ay, aquí asciendore. Oh, good. Lots of releasing. Okay, so I want you to just visualize standing in front of you, your higher self, and remember your spirit guide is standing behind you, assisting you in this process, helping you get to that next level. And I just want you to say hi to your higher self, forming that connection, and just feeling that communication starting to happen. If you have a question, you can ask. Aya sonterero, aya corrientoro cotira, ale rondira shikate, aya cadiantara sontoro, haricate, haracate, haracate, akio sotera, harukoria shiato. And now I just want you to hug your higher self, feeling them wrapping their arms around you, allowing you to feel safe and protected as you make this beautiful shift. Toya sundera kotiashu, ayakia sunderero, aikote raketora kiantereko. Tikoya shiato, alalo corretia torante, aquí anterero. Good, just allowing that and just feeling your higher self begin to merge with you, stabilizing that connection, feeling the merge into your body. You're now becoming one. Yasanderero koya shieto, ay koya siantarera koya santaraka. Aleriano koya shiaketa. Remember, they've already been through this, so they have the guidance, the confidence, the knowing, all of the signs within them, and they are now within you. You are your next level. And now you get to energetically align with it and be guided to make the next steps necessary to receive it fully. Just your spirit guide is just saying, we're just going to bring you fully into that next space. Alaroriero koyashu, ayakuya senderero kotienda, ayakia torera, ayakia torakatendo, ayase, ayase, ayakiato. Oh, good. Yeah, those final chords and things that were there just kind of falling away. They're telling me we just got a few contracts we're going to clear. Just marking them as completed. Good. Just allowing you with ease and grace to come forward. Yasentea la la toria rakantea shukati. Ayakantea rokoya santara katero. Okay, good. Okay, we're just going to shift out your old timelines while we're at it because he's just telling me that we've got some old ones and we can't have you going forward on the old ones. So we're just going to collapse them. Good. Ayakoyase, ayakoye shukurante. There we go. Good. Okay, we're going to bring in the highest available timelines to you now. Just anchoring that in place. So you are now in alignment with your next level. Good. All right, I'm just going to ground you out. Make sure everything is anchored in. Ay, siento, quieto. I'm actually feeling a lot more connection with the body now. It's like, oh, I can actually be home. I can come back to myself. Oh, it's a good feeling. It's safe. That's a big thing. If we don't feel safe, we don't want to relax, we don't want to breathe, we don't want to connect. We have to feel safe. And so we need to remove whatever's making us not feel safe. We need to heal it. Ayatoya shikandere rosa, ayakandera sareto. Oh, there we go. Bringing that connection fully, bringing in the connection to the divine. Actually, for a lot of you, your spirit guide's like, oh, thank you. There's just so much joy and happiness for getting to connect with you and actually be like able to do this work. So remember, you just got to ask them to help you. They want to, that's what they're there for. Expand your energy field. So you have space to receive. And remember, when you're speaking with your spirit guides, you need to allow them that space to communicate back to you. We get so busy that we forget to hold that space, and then the disconnect happens there as well. Oh, that's a lot better. Okay. I should thank everyone's teams for coming in. Much. Thank you, thank you, thank you, and goodbye. Send them back to wherever it is they came. Good. And when you're ready, you can just open your eyes. Just taking a deep breath and exhaling through the mouth. You're muted.
I realized I'm muted. I was saying I feel the light. I feel like do 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 do. That's the sound of silence where it's like I'm so connected.
Thank
Yeah, thank you for that. Wow, that's incredible. And I love this right now. And for anyone here who's curious, like how you're doing group healing across time, space, reality, because at this moment in real time, these people haven't watched it yet, right? This is a
you.
pre-recorded interview. So how is it that you can share with people how you're tapping in not only to, my guide, but their guides and creating the messages that will resonate with everyone?
Because time doesn't exist.
Mm.
Time is a man-made thing, just like I can shift everybody's timelines. But when I channel, so like there's a difference between being a psychic and being a channel. When a psychic, if I'm just doing like a psychic reading, I'm reading your specific energy. You're sitting here in front of me right now in this moment, and that's who I'm reading. Whereas when I'm channeling, I'm calling in everybody that's watching this across all time. So it's like you're here right now with me. They know who's going to watch this. And they're like, okay, everybody's guide's gonna come in, they're gonna help support you, and we're gonna shift it. And then those guides are talking to me directly. They're saying, okay, we need to heal this over here, we're doing this over here. And then I'm incorporating the light language because then everybody's getting a different healing which needs to be done, and it moves the energy a lot faster.
Mm, beautiful. Thank you for explaining that. Yes, I felt all the energy tingles and things like that. And how do you recommend people best integrate if they feel a little bit, like, ooh, right now, or they feel just, different? Like, what can they do now to like integrate what they felt from that?
Flow with it. Like I grounded you out. I've brought in the connection, and now it's kind of like it's up to you. Do you want to keep going with it, or do you want to go back to what you knew? And this is where like we've embodied a new version of you because we brought in your higher self and allowed them. So whatever your next level was, now you get to move. with the mindset of that next level. So what's the next move you're going to make? And you have that connection, you know what it feels like. So you can come back to this, but you know what that connection feels like. And so now it's like, okay, call in that next guide and be like, okay, what is it that I need to be doing? And those guides are going to come in and support you in fast tracking whatever it is you're supposed to be doing.
Mm,
And you're on a new
thank you.
timeline. So you get
Yeah.
fast tracked through that too.
Thank you so much for sharing that. And I know you have an amazing free gift for us. I'd love for you to share what that is and who you recommend it for.
So the free gift, I did a PDF this time around. I wanted to have that layout of, okay, here's the foundation of an easy way to channel and breathe. And so the it has the information in it and some journal prompts where you can just kind of ask and allow yourself to connect again. So now you can get even clearer on what it is that you are wanting your next level to be, what it is that you're supposed to be doing, because sometimes we change things. So this way you get to have it in front of you and you can sit in your own time and just get in the habit of breathing and just being.
Mm. Beautiful. Amazing. That free gift will be linked right below this video, so make sure that you check it out. Thank you for that. I think that'll be really good for people who are curious about this, wanting to know more, wanting to expand this and have this be part of their practice to be more intuitive, more connected, and also to use their breath as a part of that. So thank you so much, Shantana, for being a part of this. This has been amazing. And thank you, everyone, for listening. And where can they find you if they're wanting to follow along your work? Where's the best place?
If you go to shantanataleeshealing.com. That is my website. I do a lot of things, but if you want to know, honestly, get on my email list. I do a lot of summits. I do all the things. So if you're into this, that would be the best place to be. You can email me. You can go to my website and my email is there, and you can email me. You can get on my list, and every time I'm doing something, you'll know.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. And thank you again. Bye for now.